Root, roseroot, rosenroot, or Arctic root can help support mental performance, regulate anxiety disorders, and decrease stress-related fatigue. What are Rhodiola rosea benefits? As alternative medicine and phytomedicine become more mainstream, traditional herbs like rhodiola root extract are gaining much-deserved attention. Whether you or someone you know has premenstrual pain or fatigue, or if you're trying to increase your mental performance and sense of well-being, dietary supplements like rhodiola may be the missing piece to your wellness puzzle. With a broad range of positive therapeutic effects for a variety of health conditions, rhodiola is a traditional herb with potent active ingredients that are worth learning about. What is Rhodiola rosea? Extract of Rhodiola rosea has been used for thousands of years in Eastern Europe and Asia for therapeutic, anti-aging, and medicinal purposes. It grows in cold regions in high altitudes like Siberia and Russia. The roots and rhizomes have been used in traditional medicine to treat numerous conditions including anxiety, fatigue, anemia, impotence, infections, depression, and headaches. Today it's used mainly for enhancing stamina, strength, and mental capacity, and for resisting physical, chemical, and environmental stress. Some even consider it a nootropic. You can find rhodiola in capsule, tablet, or powder forms. Rhodiola root can also be boiled and enjoyed as a tea. However, most people prefer the more simplified supplement form. How Rhodiola rosea works. Rhodiola is known as a possible plant adaptogen. Adaptogens are fascinating plants that work with your body to increase your resistance to chemical, biological, and physical stressors. If you need more energy, adaptogens balance your body to provide more energy. If you need to slow down, adaptogens can temper your stress response and give you feelings of calm and quietness. When it comes to food as medicine, adaptogens are the perfect example of how what you consume can work synergistically in your body to bring balance. Adaptogens have been used as healing plants in traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine for over 5,000 years. The importance of managing all forms of stress on the body is not a new concept, but only recently it seems to be gaining mainstream attention. The stress-health connection. Chronic stress has been linked to disease, systemic inflammation, and even changes in your brain chemistry and structure. Adaptogens work in your body to ward off the detrimental effects of stress so that you can become more resilient. When you're physically able to manage stress, your body becomes well adapted and your whole system becomes stronger. You may even live longer. The non-specific aspect of adaptogens is where their true magic lies. Everyone's body is different, and every stress response looks different as well. The non-specific increased resistance to stress allows the plant in your body to create a special healing relationship that's specific to your needs at that moment. Other well-known adaptogenic herbs include holy basil, astragalus, panax ginseng, ashwagandha, and licorice root. Two specific active ingredients in rhodiola have been studied for their stress reduction behavior in the body, rosavin and salidroside. One proposed mechanism for the profound anti-stress effects of rhodiola is the inhibition of an enzyme called monoamine oxidase MAO. MAO is involved in the oxidative breakdown of neurotransmitters including serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. In this way, the compounds in rhodiola may act as antioxidants, protecting specific neurotransmitters and even enhancing their function. 6 benefits of Rhodiola rosea. Rhodiola has been widely studied for a vast array of health benefits. Here are some of the most well-researched benefits of rhodiola. Number 1. Reduced stress and anxiety. Stressful situations can come in many shapes and forms, including emotional. Rhodiola has been shown to decrease both stress and anxiety stemming from psychological causes. One trial assessed the effect of Rhodiola rosea extract supplementation for 4 weeks in a group of 101 subjects with live stress symptoms. The participants were given several questionnaires throughout the trial, to assess their stress levels and other symptoms. Improvements were observed in some participants after only 3 days of treatment. The researchers concluded that Rhodiola Rosea extract is safe and effective at improving stress and related symptoms to a clinically relevant degree. Rhodiola also significantly improves generalized anxiety disorder. GAD is a type of anxiety disorder that causes people to persistently worry about everyday life events with no obvious reason. In a small pilot study of Rhodiola Rosea, a group of volunteers diagnosed with GAD were given rhodiola supplementation Rhodax for 10 weeks. They were asked to fill out an assessment called the Hamilton Anxiety Rating Scale HARS, which evaluates the severity of anxiety symptoms. The results showed that the participants treated with rhodiola had significant decreases in the HARS scale, helping to pave the way to more natural treatments of GAD. Emotional stress can often cause physical fatigue. Rhodiola doesn't just calm anxiety, but it might also decreases the physical fatigue that comes along with that anxiety. Number 2. Potential antidepressant properties. Depression can show up in different forms, ranging from mild to severe. Although scientists aren't sure what the causes of depression are, there seem to be genetic, biological, environmental, and physiological roles that can come into play. Whether rhodiola helps with moderate depression by enhancing your neurotransmitter function or by modulating stress from your environment or emotions is still unclear. However, clinical studies have shown that its antidepressant properties may come from rhodiola's ability to interact with your immune system, central nervous system, and neurotransmitters and SMITTERS. One study examined the effect of taking 340 milligrams of rhodiola once or twice daily for 6 weeks in mild-moderately depressed subjects. The participants found that rhodiola decreased overall symptoms of depression, emotional instability, and insomnia. Another study is being proposed to examine the potential role of rhodiola in major depressive disorder (MDD). Rhodiola may at some point even become an effective alternative to the traditional use of pharmaceutical therapies like sertraline. As always, this information is not medical advice, and you should talk to your doctor about any pharmaceuticals you're currently taking. Number 3. Improved cognitive function. If you've ever experienced a significant amount of stress, then you're well aware of how much your mental work can suffer. Rhodiola may be just the thing to get your mind back on track and increase mental performance. In a double-blind crossover study, researchers administered Rhodiola Rosea L. extract SHR5 in a low-dose regimen to assess its effects on the mental performance of healthy physicians during night duty. Darbanian v. Ktana, Panashan Wickman, et al. Found that rhodiola helped with mental fatigue and complex cognitive and perceptive functions. This included things like short-term memory, calculation, concentration, associative thinking, and audio-visual perception. In another study, a group of 161 military cadets aged 19 to 21 were given a single dose of rhodiola or a placebo after 24 hours of sleep deprivation. The cadets who took the rhodiola showed improvements in mental processing as well as short-term memory when compared to the placebo. Number 4. Enhanced physical performance. If your main goal on keto is to be faster, stronger, and more agile, research suggests that including rhodiola in your diet may make you a better athlete. One study looked at the acute effects of rhodiola on endurance exercise performance. Participants were given 3 milligrams of rhodiola or a carbohydrate placebo before exercise and then rode a bicycle for 6 miles. The cyclists who took the rhodiola finished significantly faster than the control group and had a lower rate of perceived exertion. In other words, they completed the test faster and with more EASE. Taking rhodiola before exercise might also increase your speed and oxygen capacity. Number 5. Balanced blood sugar. Blood sugar imbalance may be one of the main causes of diabetes and prediabetes. But oxidative stress can also contribute to the progression of type 2 diabetes, causing damage to the beta cells of your pancreas. Beta cells are responsible for releasing insulin into your bloodstream in response to a rise in blood glucose. But damaged beta cells can lead to all sorts of issues with blood glucose management. Salidroside in rhodiola acts as a natural antioxidant in your body and may protect your beta cells from oxidation. This theory was tested in a mice model, with diabetic mice receiving isolated salidroside. The results showed that this anti-inflammatory compound improved blood sugar and relieved oxidative stress in the mice. Rhodiola may also balance blood sugar by increasing the number of glucose receptors on your cells. That would help clear your blood of glucose quickly and avoid the effects of chronic high blood sugar and insulin release. Number 6. Reduced fatigue. When you think of fatigue, you often think of physical stress, but exhaustion can just as easily come from mental stress. Rhodiola may be able to help. In one double-blind, placebo-controlled trial, rhodiola improved both physical fitness and mental fatigue in a group of students during a 20-day exam period. To assess the value of rhodiola for more long-term fatigue issues like chronic fatigue, researchers gave a group of people with prolonged chronic fatigue symptoms 200 mg of rhodiola 2 times a day for 8 weeks. Within 1 week of treatment, the participants experienced a significant reduction in fatigue symptoms, which continued to improve throughout the 8-week trial. The researchers suggested that rhodiola may be a safe and effective treatment for people suffering from chronic fatigue. How to take Rhodiola Rosea. Researchers have experimented with many different dosages of rhodiola to determine the optimal amount you should take for each use case. Below are some scientifically backed suggested dosages. Athletic performance 170 to 200 mg daily. Depression 340 mg once or twice daily. Preventive dose against fatigue 50 mg daily. Generalized anxiety disorder GAD 170 mg twice a day. Stress 200 mg twice daily. How Rhodiola Rosea supports a keto diet. There aren't any specific studies on how the keto diet and rhodiola work together, but adding this natural supplement to your lifestyle can be beneficial. As you're transitioning from a higher carb diet into the fat adaptation phase, it's likely you'll experience some hormonal shifts. One theory is that you may experience a boost in cortisol during the first few weeks of keto. Cortisol can shift depending on macronutrient intake, so it makes sense that transitioning into ketosis could cause a spike in this hormone. Rhodiola is an excellent herb for combating stress of all kinds. One animal study showed that it might even decrease cortisol decreasly. Therefore, taking rhodiola during fat adaptation may help combat some of the physiological stress that comes with the territory. As always, speak with a healthcare professional before beginning any new supplementation or diet protocols. Side effects and other considerations. Rhodiola has very few side effects. However, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider before beginning any new supplement. Some people may experience mild to moderate dizziness and dry mouth. As it may lower your blood glucose levels, you should be particularly careful when taking rhodiola with diabetic medication. The same is true for blood pressure medication, as rhodiola may decrease your blood pressure. It may also affect your immune system, so check with your doctor if you have an autoimmune disease. Rhodiola may also add to the stimulating effects of caffeine, so if you're sensitive, it might be a good idea to start slow and make sure you don't overstimulate your system. Rhodiola Rosea benefits an adaptogen for brain health and stress relief. Even though clinical trials are still being conducted to fully comprehend the